Hi there and welcome back to Circuit the World. My name's Alice. Today we're doing something a little bit scary. I have one of these lovely machines in which you'll know if you've seen the Pokemon video. And one of the things I've always wanted to do is personalize the device a bit, and I'm going to try my best to change these Joy-Cons. Now, there are many ways you can change the Joy-Cons. You can either put a skin sticker on them, you can put little rubber cases on them, or you can get some different shells. I've got this nice lilac colour shell I'm going to go for. Now, this is the scariest way to upgrade your Joy-Cons, or personalise your Joy-Cons even, because it does mean I have to take the actual Joy-Con apart. So I need to take the red case off and put the purple case on. This is really scary for me. But I've seen a few people do it online. I also have a video down here to the left to show me how to do it from the company of which I got the shells from. Basically, what I don't want to do is bugger up the actual Joy-Con itself. I want to be able to still use the Joy-Con after I have done this, but I want them to be my own personal colour. I was going to do orange Joy-Cons because obviously the main colour of Circuit the World is orange, but the company I've got these from don't do orange. Trying to keep everything like organised, so I don't lose things. Swift is not what I'm going for here. I'm going for safe and not going to break my Joy-Cons. Because there are certain things like there's an HD rumble in the Joy-Con. I've got to be careful not to break. There's obviously the motion sensor. I've got to be careful not to break. There's the spring-loaded trigger buttons. I've got to be careful that I reinstall properly. So there's a lot of elements of this that can go wrong. But I've seen a few people online do it. I have some friends who have done it. So this is definitely a how hard can it be episode. Now in these packs, which is from a company called Extreme Rate on Amazon, you can get quite a few different colours and also buttons. So the buttons you've just seen me take out are also from the same company. And each pack, whether it be buttons or shells, comes with these two screwdrivers. And that's the Phillips, I think. And this is like a triangular one. Yeah. I've also been advised to use some tweezers, so I have some of those because there are some ribbon cord thingies inside this. I sound like I really know what I'm talking about, don't I? I also have a bag here of screws and springs and everything that I could possibly need for this install. All of the shells come with these 3 bits in it, so you can replace that as well, because otherwise, as you can see at the end here, there's that red banner here, that if I didn't change that, it would look weird with the purple casing, so I'm also going to try and change those. But everything you need to do this upgrade comes in the kit. The shell kits also come with their own buttons, which I am not going to use because I've got the blue buttons. Quite a nice little set. It's a nice little pack that it comes in. I'm just kind of like, I'm slightly shaking. I'm a little bit scared to do this. If I get this wrong, I'm going to break my Joy-Cons and then I can't play with my Switch, and then that will make me really, really sad. What I'm going to need for this side is the arrow buttons. So I'm going to take the letter buttons away, and I also need the ZL and ZR trigger buttons. So not that one, but that one, that one, not that one. And then the edge here is SL and SR. So, they're just 2 of the same buttons. So one of those and one of those. I've got to try very hard to remember how this goes together. So SL is higher near the joystick, SR is lower near the button. So I now have everything I think I should need to do this. I'm going to leave the bag of bits there because I don't know if I can repurpose the ones that are already in the Joy-Con, and if I can, I prefer to do that. So I'm using these as spares at the moment because I don't think I'll need them. But let's see how he starts and let's get going. So we're on the back and we're going to use the black handled screwdriver to get these screws out. Oh god. So we're lifting the case off. We're going to reveal our first ribbon cords. Okay, so it's coming off. And as I get the back off here, hang on, gently does it. Oh, it doesn't want to come. There we go. So as you can see, we've got these ribbon cords here that need to be taken off carefully. But this is the inside of a Switch Joy-Con. We've got the I don't know what that is, but the bar is at the top there. This is obviously the battery, and under here is some nice scary wires and the such. So how are you going to get this ribbon off? Okay, so he's just going to gently pull it. Gently pull this. So they come off. So you should have this kind of thing hanging about. And now we have this. So it's the orange handled screwdriver this time. We're going for this screw at the back here. Very small screw, that one. That in the middle. Okay, now that should just come off like that. Beautiful. Oh god. Okay, I know what that button is. That's fine. I'm going to need that. That's the release button off the back. Very tempted to just put this straight back in, you know? Oh god. Oh god, see now that had an angle and direction that it went in. And I don't know what that was. That feels pretty safe. Does the button move? Yes, okay. I am going to put this screw straight back in and put this onto the new backing just because this screw is tiny and I don't want to lose it. I feel like I've done something wrong because I'm going to want to change the colour of these buttons and I'm going to have to take that panel off the back. But that's that bit done. That's back in at least. He's actually gone on now and he's gone straight away to change those buttons. Which I guess I'll do now. Perfect. And that has spring on it. Awesome! That's the back done with the first new buttons in there, which is quite cute actually. Right, next, let's just get the battery out first. Ah, okay, there's an adhesive underneath. That's why that was tough. Shit. Okay, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, one of the springs is just gone. I want to put those in there so I know where they go. Where did that spring go? I found the spring. Let's turn this over. Like that. Get my tweezers. And very gently pull that out like that. Okay. Cool. What's happening now? So was there only one spring on the trigger button that flew off? Yes. So all I need to do is take this off. Need to get the mechanics from behind it. Okay, tweezers were just my friend. I just clicked back in. Okay, that's off. I need that. Oh, okay, that's screwed on. Oh, okay, right, fine. So I should have two springs. Yeah, 2 buttons go over there. I need the 2 springs, and that screw needs to go in there. Next bit, using the orange again. So that is the guts of the thing out. And I assume the next step is to put them onto the new casing. Now we're taking this thing again and we're laying it back in over the top. I think it goes in this tiny bit here, so I think the spring is going. So, okay, there's a little resting point for that in there, and then that goes onto that bit there, and that goes in there. Okay, don't spring out. Easy. Let's see if I press this. Okay, that's alarming. So the light hasn't come on. See if it recognizes the thing. Okay, that's alarming. So it's not recognizing that it's attached. And the light isn't coming on. Oh, the lights are on, the lights are on. It's registered. Wait. Oh my god! So that was a tiny bit of a scare, I'm not gonna lie. But, run around. Yes! Oh, that was a miniature scare there. But I have heard of other people who've had that before, where it's almost like it needs to register that it's in a different case. So that is one Joy-Con completely updated, completely changed, new colors, it all works fine. But what I'm going to do is I will obviously update the other one, the red Joy-Con, into the other shell I have, and then I will come back and I will show you both of the Joy-Cons, hopefully both working together. So here is the wonderfully beautiful, final, complete Nintendo Switch Joy-Con upgrade. It is done. They both work fine. The motion sensor's fine. The HD rumble's fine. Everything has worked fine. Right hand Joy-Con was a lot harder than the left because you have this, I don't know really what it is, but it's like a little camera sensor that it has. As well as some other bits in this side as well. The home button I had to undo and redo, and this was just a bit more technical than the left. But they're both done. Like, I have no building computer experience other than changing the graphics card on my computer that you guys have seen. So I would say I'm limited knowledge on computer hardware and stuff. So I don't really know how it all works and stuff. And I've managed to do this successfully. There are a couple of moments I was a bit worried with the right hand Joy-Con because I slightly scratched one of the ribbon cables as I was trying to get it back in. But for now, for the moment even, it seems to be working perfectly fine. So I don't think that's done any damage. You have to be tough but fair with them, I think. But it wasn't super easy mode. It's probably the hardest. How hard can it be I've done. But I'm so psyched with the end result. I just think it looks so lovely, and it's so personalized now, and it's mine. It's really, really nice, and I like it, and I really like the combination of the blue buttons with the lilac casing. You can obviously buy coloured shells from Nintendo, but like I was saying earlier, the colour range is very limited at the moment. It is a bit scary, and there are some times that it's really frustrating, and there were a couple of times where I was like, how important is that bit? Does it really need to go back in? But all of the springs, all of the ribbon cords, everything has gone back in, so it's a little bit fiddly, but it is definitely doable. The triggers themselves have springs on them. The short triggers, the L and R button themselves was really, really easy to do. The ZL and ZR, the back trigger buttons, were a bit more difficult. And what I found, rather than attaching the springs and then trying to get the button in place, is I actually put the button in place first and then use the tweezers to hook the springs in to do those ones, just because that was a bit easier. The company Extreme Rate do a big range of colors. There's a link to them down in the description below for an Amazon link to them. So if you want to do this too, you can do this too. They also do back cases, but for me, when you get a back case, you only get the back case. It's a lot easier to change because you basically just take these 4 screws out, take this off and put the new back on and screw it back on. So it's a lot easier than the Joy-Cons. But the thing that annoys me about it is it doesn't change the front. So it would just be like a colored back and then still a black screen front, because obviously that's when it gets really technical and you've got to like properly take out the whole screen and stuff. So that's why they don't do those. I won't be doing that. I'm going to get an actual sticker skin for the whole device to give that color. The reason I didn't want to do the sticker skins for the Joy-Cons was because the skin only comes up to like here. If I'd done like an orange color, because I had the blue and the red Joy-Cons, you'd have seen like the blue and then the red, and it would have looked a bit odd. Whereas this way, obviously the color goes all the way to the top. It is very daunting when you open it up and you see all of the like the motherboard and the mechanics inside it and stuff, but I managed to do this without any problems, so I'm pretty sure you can too. In total, it took about an hour per Joy-Con. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today and upgrading the colours on my Joy-Cons for my Nintendo Switch. I've had an absolute blast as always. If you enjoyed this video, go show that like button some lilac love. And if you want to support the channel, go hit subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss next time I upload another video of me pulling apart an electronic device. But probably not. Stay awesome, and I will see you all in the next video. I'm just gonna go play with Evie now because I can. I love my Evie so much.